I think this issue of CBA has taken too long, 1 year. And I think as you meet and agree, we will continue with our business until we get the money, because the money we are going to see in the account. So we will end our business when money has been paid, when we have received it. We have been told a lot of things, we have met so many times, but members, I think we don't eat promises. We need money. Two, members of teaching are here. They have been added load in one unit, and we know loading is supposed to be negotiated, but we were told it was a directive. And that was part of what members of academic staff were asking. Three, members of teaching were against people from non-teaching to come and teach for free. That is slavery. If there are members from non-teaching who are qualified and willing to come to teach, they should cross over and come and teach.
That will be given our rights. And today, we have made it known to Kenya, to every other institution in Kenya, that institutions must be run and managed with due respect and dignity to the employee of that institution. And we shall not take any mismanagement of our lives and those of our families and those of our future. What is due to employees must be given to what? Must be given to what? So we shall not take nothing less than that. And in our demand letters we have written that we need monies in our account, and we will resume normalcy like this never happened. As soon as money is paid, we will resume normalcy. But until money is not, as long as money is not paid, we shall not tire of doing this. There will be no exams, there will be no work in the offices. We shall paralyze every system in this institution. We would really love, even as unions and as members of this university, to work with a lot of cordial relationship with our management. But every time that you are called to a meeting, you are pushed further. Deliberations you have, you go to a local implementation committee, you deliberate for a month, you come up with a report, it is put on a very dusty shelf. No one opens the report. No one wants to implement the report. Then why are we sitting as a local implementation committee? And even us as unions, we owe you members, teachers, and an obligation to tell you. When we have hit the wall, we come and tell you we've hit the wall. And when you take these actions that you have taken today, you take it so rightly and so lawfully. So members, we found one of our management, the DVC, R&I, and he has agreed that he will address us and he will address our concerns, of which we have what we call irreducible minimums. That we shall take nothing less than correct placement of every employee in this institution. While other institutions are busy and doing their wrongs, those that place people like us wrongly, horizontally, and denied the manual linking, they are now undoing their wrongs. And that is why when we go to National Local Implementation Committee, no union speaks. No union from Karatina spoke yesterday, on Saturday when we were there. No unionist spoke from Asaimara. Why? What do you speak when your members have been placed correctly and in the right notches? For us, it was a statement. We could not speak because first, we are wrongly placed. Number two, some of the information were not disclosed to us. So members, we are here legitimately and appealing to our management that the sooner they act, the better. We are all lovers of our work, and we really love to work and work very hard as always. But when management decides to push you to the corner, this is what we get into. We are not lovers of these disagreements, but we have been pushed this far by our very own management. So before I would welcome the WASU chair, who will then welcome the DVC, AR, and I to address our issues.
Solidarity. So, ladies and gentlemen, and our management, it is good to see that Professor Mbatia is here. Mr. Mtangili, sorry, is also here. And we want to address issues that are affecting us here. We as the workers here and the management know that this institution belongs to all of us, isn't it? And we would want to see the issues that affect us addressed. I'm saying we would want to see the issues affecting us addressed fully. We have talked with the management severally, and the meetings that we have held have resulted in unnecessary more meetings. The reason why workers have resorted to this today, Professor, on behalf of the management, is because the issues of CBA full implementation, as per the court ruling, has not been addressed, in fact has been ignored. That's what they are feeling. We are saying it is very simple. Pay the workers diagonally, as other universities have started doing.
And I teach. Yes. So, much as you are pushing for your rights, as you push for a better pay, I also benefit. So it would be stupid of me not to support workers to get what they ought to get. I want to say thank you very much. Your leadership has consistently brought forward your concerns to management. We have also held meetings. Thank you, Wasu Chair and the rest of the leadership of the unions, that when we call for a meeting, they come and we discuss. We have this persistent issue of CBA that has not been resolved. I am normally not the person who talk about the money matters. Mine is academic, but I'm part of that. I want to appreciate the many meetings that have been held with the union leaders trying to resolve that matter that has not yet been resolved. The last meeting we held on Friday, and we left here late because we thought we could resolve that matter once and for all. Unfortunately, we did not finalize, and we even agreed for another meeting this week. Thank you, Chair of WASU, for remembering that we had a date this week so that we can meet, revisit the matters that are still not yet agreed upon so that we can resolve that matter. It is unfortunate that on Saturday, when our team from MMU was going to make their presentation at the University of Nairobi, we looked like we were not talking the same language, which was a shame for us. We need to resolve our matters here, so that by the time we go out, we are speaking one language. I want to appreciate the staff of this university, because one, you are organized, two, you are respectful. I would not lock my door against any staff, because I consider you as a colleague. This morning, even amid this, I don't close the doors myself. Even for students, I normally come to address the students, and you know that. This morning, I knew there would be, with some of the people from where I was teaching, all the way to the outside the library, and I came to my office. I had another quick assignment to do within the compound, which I went to do. I think you are calling me when I was out of the office. I also answer all calls, for those of you who know how I operate. I think we have a problem that has not been solved. And I think you have a point, because if it has not been solved through the leadership that you have, then you have to call the people themselves to come and see and hear that, yes, the leadership has tried their best. I have this to tell you. First, the VC was not to be here today, and we didn't know that this would happen. So he's not here today. He's attending to another official assignment. Our DVC is on leave and unwell. The reason why she's not here. So please don't get the impression that people are running away from you. We didn't even know that you'll be coming. I also, we didn't know that you are coming. We had a meeting on Friday. And that is it. But we had a meeting on Friday with your leadership, and we agreed we would meet this week to resolve the matter. And that commitment is still there. I have just talked to the VC, I have briefed him, and he is still committed that we agreed we'll meet with the union, possibly for the last meeting, so that we can resolve this matter. We had placed the meeting on Thursday. In fact, I was to draft. That's okay. That's okay. You can give that. That's okay. The money, the promised money, or the money that the staff are demanding, will come through a discussion and an agreement with the union. The union has already put its demands on the table. We are discussing as management, so that by the time we are meeting your leaders next, at least we have an answer to what we will have resolved. It has to be a meeting. We cannot come here. I cannot come here personally and unannounced. Before I finish, I only want to appreciate you have made your point. Your leaders have engaged us exhaustively. We have one more meeting, which we had agreed we would have this week. Allow that to happen, and then we can possibly resolve the matter once and for all. So I don't think I have any other message other than we will allow your leadership to organize, to meet us. We are calling for a formal meeting with them. They have made their demand. Yeah, it could be earlier. We are here every day. Tomorrow is Tuesday. It could come to Thursday. We can meet on Thursday. Because tomorrow we have to meet ourselves. Ourselves as university management has to meet, and then prepare our response for Wednesday. That is doable. That's doable. So I respect you have a right to do what you are doing. Thank you that you still know that you own this university. All these are our assets, so we take care of our assets. We have a right to demonstrate, make your point, engage. That's a right that we have. And I'm happy that so far you are expressing yourself in a dignified way, and we respect each other. Even when you come to my office, you'll find your colleagues like you who are also part of you. If you go to the VC's office, you also find your colleagues there who are placed there. Let's treat each other with respect even when we are making our point. That's what I would say. And that is what will move us forward. We'll have a meeting with the union leaders. Earliest we can do that is on Wednesday, and then by Thursday they should be able to tell you what we have resolved or what we have agreed. I think that's the much I can say, and thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you want a question or two from me?
I would hesitate to answer questions because you'll be asking me questions about money. I am not in charge of that docket, as you know. I may try to answer, but it will be very general. Okay? So I would be requesting you to trust your leaders, that your leaders will be able to make the point. And they have done that very ably. You have able leadership, that I can tell you, and they have done the best they can, and we are almost getting to the end of the journey. So thank you very much, and
Professor,
yes.
some few members would just want to make a comment.
That's okay, that's okay. You can make a comment. You can make a comment. Yes,
Thank you. I think this issue of CBA has taken too long, 1 year. And I think as you meet and agree, we will continue with our business until we get the money, because the money we are going to see in the account. So we will end our business when money has been paid, when we have received it. We have been told a lot of things, we have met so many times, but members, I think we don't eat promises. We need money. Two, members of teaching are here. They have been added load in one unit, and we know loading is supposed to be negotiated, but we were told it was a directive. And that was part of what members of academic staff were asking. Three, members of teaching were against people from non-teaching to come and teach for free. That is slavery. If there are members from non-teaching who are qualified and willing to come to teach, they should cross over and come and teach. But not
Okay. Point noted.
I heard our professor saying that this docket is not dealing with money. Our professor has just told us that this docket does not deal with money. And we have seen this docket deal with some transfers and deployments here. So, because you are a team of management, and management decision is something made by teamwork, there is what we call a collective responsibility. You have a responsibility of telling us that the money that we had arrived to be paid to the staff, where is it and why are the staff not being paid? And basically that's why we are here. And again, another comment is that when we came here, I don't know whether it is yourself or you locked yourself inside the building. It means that you are running away from responsibility of having to engage us in knowing where that money is. So sir, please tell us, has the money arrived in the university account? And is it still there? And if it is still there, what is it doing? Yet staff are suffering. It was given to be paid. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My quick response, thank you, Jackson, for your comments. Points taken. I think I just want to note the points that you have raised. That is noted for our discussion as management and also by council. My brother Otieno.
You are addressing members.
Yes. Yes. I want to respond to your comments.
We are acting collectively also.
Yes.
The management that also has collective responsibility.
But I want to assure you that I don't run away from my responsibility, and I can never run away from my staff. I cannot rock my. In fact, I have just come back. And when I was told that that staff are up there, I voluntarily came out. For those of you who saw me coming out, I would not lock myself inside here because I am here to serve you. So if I lock myself there, who am I serving? So let's move that. I don't belong to the category of people who run away from my colleagues and even my students. There are some transfers that have been made. We have seen communication coming from, I think, staff, questioning why some people have been transferred. I think that's a matter that has been raised for the management to respond to, and that will be done using the proper channel. When you are transferred, normally the employer has the right to transfer you, but there are also procedures of transfer. So that can be addressed to check whether the transfers were warranted and whether procedure was followed. Transfers are not supposed to be punitive because we also want people to grow their careers where they work, and they should be happy where they work. So if the transfers are read as being vindictive, I think, and malice, that should be raised and addressed. Because there is nothing as good as having staff who work and they are happy working where they are. That's the best thing that you can get from a worker. But if I know that I have been pushed, forced to a certain position because of reasons not well known to me, then I cannot be a motivated worker. So that is a concern that has been raised. And I think that does not require other people. That just requires the management to review and see whether that has been made in good faith and following the procedures. I think we can edit that and wish you a nice day, productive day. We are available. Yes. The money, whether the money has come to account. Yes. What I know is that there are two monies you can talk about. there is a money that came to pay the arrears, the 85.6 million. That came. And you all know that that money was distributed. Now, how it was distributed, we are aware. The issues that have arisen out of how that money was distributed is actually part of the discussion between management and the leadership of the unit. That money came, the 85.6 came. Now, in addition to that, there is another 2.1, I am informed, that has also been added to the capitation of this university. The question that has not been answered adequately is what to do with that money. Is that money to be part? Is that money? You say?
The ministry sent without a guideline.
Yes, in fact, you are now touching the bigger problem. If there was a clear guideline, then all universities should have distributed the money the same.
The only university that did not get the guideline.
The same. But as you know, if you ask around, you'll find that universities distributed their arrears differently. And that is what I think the efforts that are being done is to try to make sure that all universities distributed that money in the same way, so that people benefit uniformly per grade. But the money that came, again, no clear instructions on how to distribute that money or how to deal with that money. That is still an issue that is being discussed. So that money came, it is in our account, that I can confirm, and after we agree and we are guided on what to do with that money, it will be distributed. If it is money to be distributed to the staff, I will also benefit. I'm part of the staff, yes. Isn't it? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. But I think there's one thing, members, that